Night for dinner, my wife served hot dogs. We were blessed to have hot dogs. On the table were fresh from the grill, a number of hot dogs, and some hot dog buns on the table. I looked at the hot dogs, looked at the buns. I'm on a diet. Said to myself, do I want to wash? After all, what's a hot dog without a hot dog bun? I mean, there's no picnic in America for a barbecue on July 4th or any other barbecue where you have a hot dog without a bun. It's like a day without sunshine. On the other hand, I said to myself, I'm on a diet. And secondly, I'm going to have to bench. And I have to give a shear afterwards. So it's going to take an extra 5 minutes. So should I wash? Do I want to wash? Do I feel like washing? I don't know. I'm not sure. At that moment, I stopped and I realized I have contracted a condition, unfortunately, called Bentchophobia. I have a phobia of benching. This is a term coined by my friend, Rabbi David Orlovsky. Bentchophobia. Should I wash? Should I not wash? Oh, it takes so long, so many brachas. So all I have to wash. Until it's yadayim, that's one bracha. Motzi lechem min haaretz is a second bracha. Then I have to dry my hands, and then after all, I have to wash, after all, I have to wash and make al natilas yadayim, wash my hands, make a bracha. Then I have to make a second bracha, hamotzi. Then I have to make a third bracha, hazan es ha'olam. Then a fourth bracha, nodeh lecha. And then a fifth bracha, rachem, uvnei Yerushalayim. And then a fifth bracha, tova metiv. 6 brachas. 3 deoraisa, 3 from the Torah, and 3 derabanan. And if I washed, I'd have to make 6 blessings. 2 before eating, 4 after eating. So much burden, so much extra effort. And I realized at that moment that I have this condition called Bentchophobia. And I asked myself, should I wash to thank God for sustaining me in life? I can make 1 or 2 brachas on the green peas and on the soul. I can make 2 brachas, 1 on the green peas and 1 on the hot dogs, but I wouldn't have to bench the whole benching, take 5-6 minutes to bench. What do you mean, Bentchophobia? That I shouldn't burden myself to thank God for sustaining me in life? To thank God for elevating my hands and my life by eating like a king before Hashem? And thanking Him for sustaining me in life? I don't want to do that. There's a question whether I should or shouldn't. And should I wash, not wash? Why am I looking at benching as a burden? I should be looking at benching as an opportunity to be humbled before God and say, thank you, Hashem, for you have directly given me the blessing of hot dog buns. What a bracha. So I believe that we are looking at benching, which is found in this week's parsha, V'achalta v'savata v'rachta. And there are only 2 brachos deoraisa. There are only 2 blessings which are required by the Torah itself. All blessings are derabanan. All blessings are made by the Sanhedrin and the Anshe Knesset HaGedolah, and by King David and King Solomon. But there are only 2 blessings required by the Torah itself. One in this week's parsha, V'achalta v'savata v'rachta. You eat. V'achalta v'savata, you're satisfied. V'rachta, and you thank God for sustaining you in life. That's one deoraisa, one direct connection to God, as required by the Torah itself. And the second one is birchos haTorah, the blessings before you learn Torah. Those are also midoraisa, but everything else is derabanan. So I shouldn't want to do a mitzvah doraisa. because it takes an extra 5 minutes to bench. I've got some sort of miscalculation. I am misinformed. I am olam hafuch ra'isi. I'm upside down. If I don't want to take this opportunity to humble myself before Hashem.